John Osborne with the FX Education Outlook for October 2nd, 2017. This is the first day of the final quarter 2017. We're going to start out by looking at some of our bullish markets here in the US dollar Swiss. You can see we've been walking up along after pulling back to retest this low here a couple of times. We've made an effort to go up and try to get above this 0.97725. You can see this trend line that we just broke through earlier today, and we'll see if we can break above that the previous pivot here at the 0.97725. So be watching for that. You can see a little bit better here on the 240. So we could be watching again for the break above the top of that. For the pound US dollar, this one's pulled back quite a bit here, and the question is, what's it going to do once it hits this trend line that we have here? So we'll be keeping an eye on it. It is sitting right on this previous pivot that we have at 1.32673. So let's watch to see how it behaves as it approaches this line. It's already bearish on the 240, but it's been running down for quite a bit here, and we do have more pullback on our daily that we'd like to see if we were going to go bullish, but we're still a little bit bullish on the weekly. So let's watch what happens and see if we get a bounce off of this or if it breaks through that line. Looking at the bearish sides of the market, we had the pound yen. This one's actually sitting up here. So I don't know if I'd qualify this as a head and shoulders. We don't really have very well defined left head and right shoulders here, but we are seeing some pretty good bearishness and weakness as we move sideways here. So let's watch what happens and see if we start to follow through after breaking through this 149.733 previous pivot. If it continues to go lower, then potentially a decent entry to head down towards these trend lines and possibly all the way down towards the 140 area. For the pound Aussie, this one is actually struggling to break above the previous 1.71223 resistance. It's broken through a couple of times, and it just seems to be stalling a bit. So we're starting to see more bearishness on our MACD, and we're starting to get more bearish on our daily. So let's watch to see if this one actually will come back down and potentially break through the 1.68927 previous pivot, which would give us a bearish entry potentially. And finally, the euro yen, similarly breaking above a previous pivot and then going sideways a little bit and getting a little bit of bearishness that's showing up here as we break through this trend line. So once again, we'll be watching for the 131.744 support to see if that will get us down through that. You can also watch the 131.697 and see if that will get us to move more aggressively in the bearish direction. And that'll do it for today, and until next time, hope you have a great rest of your day.